So Meta's kind of really pretty basic, right? Meta now has basically a big pro gap, and that pro gap that was built yesterday is pro gap. So it's funny. It traded in my eyes it's 716, right? Because that's where it traded after hours. But in yesterday terms, it's 710.79 and 676. So make a long story short, old school traders who are just going by, short-term momentum, they want to buy it at the lower end of that gap, right? And they want to keep selling towards the higher end of that gap. And if it takes out the high end, they want to get a bit more aggressive for a breakout. I'm just not that excited by Meta here, so I don't think I'll overdo it. It's also really elevated from the 8-day. The 8-day is now 662. So I get kind of excited once that 8-day catches up to be long. It's very hard to pick apart Meta. All you can say is they guided towards the low end of their original guidance, but that's probably just so they can beat it and beat it big. So I'll probably up here play it more from the short side. I don't have a long-term long position right now. In fact, the first thing we did with Meta is, was it yesterday? Whenever the hell it was. I guess it was yesterday's. I shorted Meta yesterday for, yesterday was earnings. I shorted Meta, and I think we made 10, 12 points, and we bought puts that went up 50%. And we covered when it was like 687, 686. So Meta, I'm neutral here. That's the range. Those are the levels. Microsoft is a dead stock to me right now. It's expensive based on the fact that, their most important growth vehicle is not really growing fast enough. All that you need to know is the 200-day, excuse me, not the 200-day. We're well beneath the 200-day. All you got to look at are the previous lows, 410. 410's got to hold. If 410, like I'm not even looking at upside levels. If 410 doesn't hold and it gets to 380s, I'm looking at, 380s, which shows me on the weekly that starts to get interesting. Okay, to put like a best in breed name on, I'd buy some, but otherwise zero interest. Amazing company, amazing CEO, just no interest there. Tesla day 2 looks fantastic. I have no position now, but probably the best looking chart of them all because it doesn't look overbought. It first looks like it's breaking out. It's through every single average, including the 21-day, the 10. It looks like it has room to 430. And you have that kind of earnings gap, right? So you have today's lows, 401. And key level beneath there is that 50-day, 398. So let's call it 401 to 398. So those are some levels that need to hold on Tesla. But really, chart looks great. It's funny because, earnings sucked. There's nothing good about their earnings, but this is a future story. This is about robots coming sooner rather than later. This is about self-driving in Austin and really about the future. And like the quarter doesn't matter.